Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Wars Fan Animations. I have a big announcement to make about the future of this channel. Star Wars Fan Animations has selected its first major expanded universe source material to adapt into animation, and that project is Shadows of the Empire. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss any important videos and updates. If you've been following the channel so far, you'll know that the currently in development short film, Boba Fett Wreckage, is currently underway with most of the models completed and all of the voice acting finished. Picking the comic Empire issue 28 as the channel's first fan film to adapt was no accident. I wanted to avoid biting off more than I could chew, and Boba Fett Wreckage is a project that is small with limited characters, locations, and props. However, many of the assets created for it can be reused in later projects, such as Boba Fett, Slave One, Imperial Star Destroyer interiors and exteriors, TIE fighters and TIE pilots, Imperial officer uniforms, and the Coruscant landscape. Consequently, many of those assets appear in Shadows of the Empire. Over these past few months, while I've been working on Boba Fett Wreckage, I have also been putting research and development into an adaptation of Shadows of the Empire. If I include the prologue and epilogue, the novel has 42 chapters, the comic has 6 issues, with 2 additional Shadows of the Empire comics from toy companies Galoob and Ertl, and the game has 10 levels. I'll also be using the incredible artwork found in the Topps trading cards for design and shot inspiration. Shadows of the Empire also has a complete musical score created by Joel McNeely. Shadows of the Empire was pitched as a movie project without the movie. Most Star Wars movies have had game, novel, and comic adaptations, as well as official soundtracks released and a series of toys and trading cards. Shadows of the Empire had all of that, even though there was no actual movie. My goal with this project is to reverse engineer that movie by using the book, comic, game, and soundtrack and official artwork as the foundation. So far, I have managed to make or acquire models for Boushh Leia, 3PO, IG-88, Star Destroyers, TIE Fighters, and TIE Pilots, Wedge Antilles, Bossk, Snowtroopers, Snowspeeder, Outrider, Boba Fett, Slave One, and a few other smaller assets with more on the way. A few months ago, I also made a stylized version of Dash Rendar, which I will need to update proportions and textures. I'll be using Unreal Engine's MetaHuman Creator to do this, as I have with other characters in Boba Fett Wreckage. While that's only a small amount compared to what's going to be required to adapt all of the material necessary to finish this as one movie, it's a significant start. Since the novel covers a majority of the story, the 42 chapters will roughly be how each sections will be divided into releases, as much of the comics and game overlap with material in the novel. For any game levels or comic issues that feature significant story material absent in the novel, those will be divided into their own parts, so roughly the story will be divided into 50, give or take, 4 to 6 minute parts. The first 2 Shadows of the Empire parts to be released will be material from the first 3 game levels following Dash Rendar's participation in the Battle of Hoth, and the prologue to the novel, which depicts Prince Xizor observing the conversation between Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader from Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Both scenes will be incorporated into an extended edition fan edit of Empire Strikes Back, including those 2 sequences, which fall outside of the main Shadows of the Empire story. The fan edit release will fall under the same rules as other fan edits Disney has allowed to be released, meaning there can be no paywall or monetization, so this will be public, and all viewers and downloads must be people who own the copies of the original material being downloaded. After releasing the first 2 prologue parts, which introduce the 2 new and important characters in Shadows of the Empire, I will begin releasing the rest of the main Shadows of the Empire parts. Once all of the other parts are completed, they will be compiled into one full-length Shadows of the Empire movie, and I will even format it for Blu-ray disc burning and full-quality digital downloads, which will be available exclusively to patrons. If you're not already, please consider becoming a patron today. All donations from Patreon will be used to increase the quality of the adaptations, as well as the speed and frequency of fan film releases. You also get all kinds of great exclusive benefits that include early access, digital artwork, name recognition and credits or video description, 4K fan film downloads, voting rights and input on important decisions for the channel and adaptations, custom Blu-ray files and cover and disc artwork. You'll get to give feedback during production prior to releases, and even adding your likeness to undepicted characters and extras. If any of those benefits interest you, or you just want to see this project and future projects exist at the highest quality possible and as soon as possible, head on over to the Patreon page and sign up for whichever tier works best for you. Another way to give to this project and others is by joining it. Anyone with talents such as 3D modeling and animation, sound design, editing and mixing, composing, concept art and design, editing, and voice acting will be welcomed as members of the team, and your help will go a long way towards making these adaptations the highest quality possible and come out sooner rather than later. If you're interested in joining the team, please email StarWarsFanAnimations@gmail.com and we'll be in touch. In the meantime, we're in the final stage of production on our prelude to Shadows of the Empire, Boba Fett Wreckage. After finishing most of the modeling and with all of the voice acting complete, we have started animating and completing new shots. If you want to watch the teaser for Boba Fett Wreckage, you can click right here, and if you want to track all of the development and progress we've been making, this playlist right here features all of our updates, news, and developments. If you like the video, please leave a like and let me know in the comments what you think of Shadows of the Empire and the future of the channel. Thank you all and have a great week.